10 p.m. BULOVA Bulova watch time. For supreme accuracy, expert design, and outstanding value, choose a Bulova. Watch of a lifetime. WEAF, New York.
Rinso, R-I-N-S-O, Soapy Rich Rinso presents Boston Blackie, starring Chester Morris.
Check here, please. Check your hats and coats.
May I have my coat, miss? Here's the check.
Thank you. Number 503?
Yes, a camel's hair coat.
Oh, yes, I remember. It's right over here. Here you are, sir. Help you on with it?
No, thanks. I'll carry it. Here you are, miss.
Thank you, sir. Check here, please. Check your hats and coats.
Oh, taxi! Taxi!
What's your hurry, Blackie?
Well, Faraday, my favorite cop.
Don't be so happy to see me, Blackie. You're going with me.
Oh, goody. What are we celebrating tonight? Your birthday?
No celebration for you, Blackie. I want you for the murder of Andrew Lawrence.
Oh, you do you? Who's he?
You know. The caretaker of the Devon estate.
Now, look, Inspector, I don't know any caretakers, and I never even heard of the Devon estate.
I know, Blackie. What about those stains on that coat you're carrying there? They look like blood.
Stains?
Yeah, stains.
Hey, wait a minute. This isn't my coat.
Oh, let me see. Well, now, what's this on the label? It says here, Boston Blackie.
Yes, that's my label, all right, but this isn't my coat.
Oh, I suppose somebody sewed that label in another coat.
Well, that's not bad for you, Inspector. Could be.
Well, all I know is you're going down to headquarters and the coat is going to the lab. And I hope those stains prove to be blood.
Well, I hope you don't get your hope.
Once again, Boston Blackie and Inspector Faraday have tangled. Boston Blackie, enemy to those who make him an enemy, friend to those who have no friend. Is there anything prettier these hot summer days than a nice-looking girl in a crisp, bright-colored cotton dress? Well, to us men, those dresses always look fresh and cool as peppermint ice cream. And it's almost as easy as snapping your fingers to keep those pretty printed washables bright and gay, with Rinso helping out. Yes, indeed, those hard-working Rinso suds make dirt disappear in a jiffy, whether you're using a tub or a washing machine. Rinso's mighty easy on your pretty washable colors, too. They stay fresh and bright even after dozens of washings. So take a tip from Bob White for easier wash days and brighter, cleaner clothes. That's Rinso White and Rinso Bright for your colored clothes. If you value them, better use Rinso every time you wash them. And now, back to Chester Morris as Boston Blackie, who is in Inspector Faraday's office, waiting word on the laboratory tests of the bloodstains found on the coat he was wearing.
Blackie, for a smart guy, you get into more scrapes.
Look, Inspector, can't you think without pacing the floor?
I've got a little proposition to make you.
Oh, but how about the bloodstains on the coat, Inspector? Remember, you wanted me for murder.
Well, now, just in case those bloodstains turn out not to be bloodstains.
Oh, you don't need to apologize, Inspector.
Who's apologizing? What are you laughing at?
Well, your shoelaces are untied.
Yeah?
Why don't you tie them?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, now, wait a minute. This is going to be fun.
Yes.
All right, you tie them, Blackie.
What? Now, really, Inspector,
Yes,
this
you.
is quite humiliating. I never fancied myself as a gentleman's gentleman.
Gentlemen's gentlemen, cut out the double talk and come on, tie my shoelaces, Blackie.
Oh, well, all right.
You know, I'm enjoying this. Boston Blackie, finally on his knees.
Yes, but not begging, Inspector. By the way, don't you ever get your shoes shined?
What for?
Oh, now, there you are. I hope you realize it's a privilege to be tied by Boston Blackie.
Wonderful.
Here's the report, Inspector.
Okay, let's have it. That'll be all, Matthews.
Right, Inspector.
Goodbye, Matthews.
You ain't going anywhere, Blackie.
What? Well, come on, Inspector. What's the verdict?
I'll read it to you, Blackie. It says, quote, stains taken from the coat of Boston Blackie analyzed.
Yes?
Tests show them to be human blood matching that of Andrew Lawrence, murdered caretaker of Devon Estate. Signed, Murphy Police Laboratory, unquote. Well, that's it, Blackie. I'm locking you up right now.
Oh.
And I'm not taking any chances on your getting out of here first. Hold out your hands.
Oh, now, Inspector, cuffs for me?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a very bad memory.
Okay, maybe you can get out of handcuffs, but my gun doesn't miss.
What, a gun again, Inspector?
Again.
Say, look, why don't you try a bow and arrow for a change?
All right, let's get going. And just to make sure, I'm going to escort you personally to your cell.
That'll be nice.
All right, down the hall, and don't try anything funny.
Well, will you sit with me a while and hold my hand?
Oh, come on.
Oh, I'm sorry I had to tie your shoelaces together, Faraday. And thanks for the gun. You know, you look very funny. Generally, you're only flat on your feet. But now you're flat on your face.
Got the answer yet, Blackie?
Not yet, Shorty.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Savoy Cafe?
Yes? This is the manager speaking.
Well, my name is Jones.
Yes?
My niece works in your check room. I just arrived in town, and I'd like to talk to her, please.
You mean Marion Macy?
Yes.
Well, she's not here. I'm sorry. She's gone home. Had a headache, she said. Left here about an hour ago.
Oh, she did. Too bad. By the way, could you give me her address?
Why, yes. The Lincoln Apartments.
The Lincoln, huh? Well, thank you very much. Goodbye.
You know, I still can't figure out, Blackie, why that hat check girl would take the label out of your coat and then sew it in another one.
Well, she was probably following orders. That's what we're going to find out.
We're going to leave this hideout, Blackie?
Yes. We're going to the Lincoln Apartments. Here's the apartment, Shorty. That's funny. Probably asleep. But I've got to talk to her.
Can you open that door, boss?
Are you kidding? I've got it, Shorty. There it is. Come on.
I'm getting a creepy feeling, boss, like I always do.
Oh,
before.
Shorty, will you relax? Hey, what's this?
What? Holy mackerel, the dame. Boss, that feeling of mine was right.
Yes, it's the check room girl, all right, Shorty. She's dead. Come on over here and take a look.
Oh, no. I'll take your word for it.
Poor kid. Stabbed to death. Somebody's playing for keeps, Shorty. Somebody wanted to make sure I didn't find out who told her to switch coats.
If Faraday walks in now, he'll try to pin us on you, sure. Come on, we better get out of here. Come on, boss.
Yeah, that's right. There's nothing around here will help us. Shorty,
Yeah?
that caretaker was murdered out at the Devon estate.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going. Oh, I beg your pardon, miss. I didn't see you.
What are you doing here on my grounds?
Well, this is the Devon estate, isn't it?
Yes, and you're trespassing.
Well, I hope that means looking for a job, because that's what I'm doing.
It doesn't. And even if it did, it wouldn't matter. There's no job open here.
Well, you know, I'm a pretty handy fella. I can do a lot of things.
I'm really not interested. There's a policeman on the grounds. If you don't leave immediately, I'll call him and have you thrown off.
Oh, please don't do that. I understood there was a job open here, a caretaker's job. Your caretaker was...
Was murdered. Yes, he was. Now, please leave. I already have a new caretaker. Jerry?
Yes, Miss Morrison, coming.
Miss Morrison, huh? Awful pretty name.
Over here, Jerry. Will you go now, please, Mr.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Morrison. My name is Jones. John J. Jones. I'm a detective. Oh, please don't give me away.
Oh, here I am, Mrs. Morrison.
Oh, I don't need you, Jerry. I just wanted to know you were around.
Oh, okay, ma'am. If you want me, just sing out.
Well, where did you get him?
I hired him a little while ago. So you're a detective, Mr. Jones. Have you credentials?
Well, you see, I never carry them when I'm on a case. Things can happen, you know.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, Miss Morrison, please believe me.
Well, I believe you, but I'll never know why.
Thanks.
The house is up this way. What can I tell you that might help you, Mr. Jones?
Well, for one thing, I'm puzzled. Now, your name is Morrison, and this is the Devon estate.
Well, I bought it 6 months ago.
Oh.
It was formerly owned by a man named John Devon. And when he died, this place was sold for taxes.
I see. Well, why are you still living here, Miss Morrison? I mean, aren't you a little frightened after what happened?
Yes. Yes, I am a little. But where could I go? Besides, I'm anxious to know the answer to a lot of things.
For instance?
Well, right after I bought this estate, strange things began to happen. One morning, the chimney was torn apart. A few days later, I found the cellar ransacked. Then one night, the whole living room was turned upside down.
I see. Well, where was your old caretaker during all this?
He was down the road, sleeping in his own cottage.
Oh.
But after the living room was ransacked, he slept in the house on a couch. That is, until last night. Or rather, early this morning when we found him murdered. Here we are.
Oh.
Please come in.
Thank you. You're pretty calm about all this, Miss Morrison. It must be rather annoying.
It's more than annoying. My nerves are beginning to jump.
Yes, I'm sure. Anything else you can tell me that might help?
Well, possibly. I've had 2 offers to sell recently. The agent who negotiated the sale of this house made me an offer the day before yesterday to buy it back.
Oh, and what's the agent's name?
Arthur Moran.
I see. Go on.
Well, when I refused, he said his client in any case would like to buy the gun collection that was here when I took possession.
Oh. Well, are you interested in guns?
Yes, and it's a wonderful collection. It came with the house.
Well, it's obvious somebody is looking for something in this house. When he couldn't find it, he wanted to buy the house. When he couldn't do that, he wanted to buy your gun collection.
And, of course, he was looking for...
The gun collection. I'll bet your caretaker surprised him while he was searching for it. How long had the caretaker been here?
A long time. I sort of inherited him with the place.
I see. You mentioned there was a policeman on the grounds. Where is he?
Well, he's around somewhere. He's staying with Jerry in the caretaker's cottage.
Miss Morrison, could you arrange for the policeman and your new caretaker to sleep downstairs here, and for me to take over the cottage for the night?
Certainly I can do that.
Oh, fine. And can you reach me in a hurry if you need me?
Yes, there's an extension phone between here and the caretaker's place.
Good.
I'll call Jerry and tell him he's sleeping down here tonight.
Thanks. Oh, Miss Morrison, what do your best friends call you?
Polly.
Good night, Polly. You see, I'm one of your best friends. Good morning. Hey, what's this? Hey, wait, Jerry. Jerry, I'll have you untied in a minute. Oh, even my Aunt Hattie couldn't talk with that gag on. I better take it off. There. There. Now, what happened?
I don't know. I went to sleep last night on the couch here, and during the night somebody tapped me on the bean. And when I woke up a little while ago, I was tied up and gagged.
Yeah. Oh, there. You're not tied up anymore. Now, where's the cop that was with you?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. There he is, over in the corner. He's tied up, too. Get him loose, Jerry.
Oh, take a look at this place. It's a mess. Everything's turned upside down.
Well, never mind that. I want to find out about Miss Morrison. Polly. 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 Polly, what's happened? Wake up, Polly. Wake up.
What?
Get up. Come on now. Up. That's a girl. Come on now. Now walk around the room with me. Here. Put your arm on my shoulder. That's right. Now tell me what happened.
Well, I don't know.
You've been drugged, Polly. Now come on, try and think.
I don't know. I'm tired. I want to lie down again.
Now look, Polly, you've got to keep walking. Come on. We'll go downstairs, and then you'll feel better in a minute.
Hey, you upstairs.
Yes, what is it?
Miss Morrison okay?
Yes, how's the policeman?
Oh, he's hurt pretty bad. I'm taking him to the doctor's down the road.
Okay, Jerry. I'll see you when you get back. Now, Polly, come on. Walk. Come on now, down the stairs. That's right.
I'm beginning to remember now.
Good.
I put a glass of milk on my night table. And then I went downstairs for a book. When I came back, I drank the milk. And then I got terribly drowsy.
Well, that explains the drug. But you're getting over it all right.
What's happened down here? Well, the whole place is turned inside out.
Well, I don't know what happened yet.
I can't stand this any longer. I can't.
Oh, now, Polly, take it easy, please. Here, sit down for a minute. Come on. There, that's better.
Well, now, isn't that a pretty picture?
Well, Inspector Faraday.
Yes, Inspector Faraday. So I caught up with you again, eh, Blackie?
Blackie?
Certainly, Miss Morrison. Boston Blackie. You've heard of him.
But he said his name was Jones, that he was a detective.
I can tell you why, Polly, if you'll only give me a chance.
Not a chance, Blackie. I figured you'd come up here after we found the hat check girl murdered.
No.
You've got a killing complex lately.
Faraday, will you take it easy? I'm really getting close to the murderer.
Yeah, me too. I'm practically standing in front of him.
Let your gun drop on the floor, Faraday. Drop it.
Hey, who are you?
Let the gun go or I'll let a bullet go, copper. Come on. That's being smart. Hey, Danny, Get Blackie's rod. Step on it.
Okay, Eddie.
All right, what is all this fuss about, Blackie? Hero stuff? You going to knock out these two guys and show off for the gal here?
Well, I'd like to, Faraday, only a bullet moves faster than I can. Hey, you mugs. I don't mean to be inquisitive, but what's all this about?
You'll know soon enough. How about it, Johnny?
I got Blackie's rod and the inspector's.
Okay. Put the straitjackets on him, Johnny.
Yeah. Gee, I didn't think we'd get the inspector, too. You better go call the boss.
Yeah, he said to follow orders to the letter. Where's the phone, lady?
Well,
You better tell him, Polly.
Well, it's just outside the door.
Thanks, lady. Keep them all under the gun muzzle, Danny.
Okay.
Watch that Blackie, especially.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
And watch that Blackie especially. What is the guy, a gunman or a press agent? What a build-up he's giving you, Blackie.
Well, after all, I haven't established a reputation for nothing. Even you appreciate me sometimes, Faraday.
Okay, Danny. I talked to the boss. Stick the straitjackets on him. What size straitjacket you take, Blackie?
I always have my straitjackets made to order.
Yeah, after we get through searching the house, we'll stick their feet in concrete and toss them in the river.
Feet in concrete? Now, you wouldn't dare to do that.
Oh, don't worry, Faraday. At least we won't get our feet wet.
Very funny, Blackie. Very funny.
Don't do it the hard way, ladies. Take it easy. What am I talking about? Why, dishwashing, of course. And the way to take it easy is to let Soapy Rich Rinso take over. Because those lively, hard-working Rinso suds get right after every little bit of clinging grease and all those sticky food particles and chase them away quick as a wink. Just try it. And by all means, have Rinso handy for wash day. This hot weather, you certainly don't want to knock yourself out doing your wash the hard way either. Well, remember, Rinso not only makes wash day a cinch, it helps you turn out a wash you're really proud of. I'll bet you'll be singing your way through wash day like this.
Rinso, right, rinso, right, happy little wash day song. Rinso, right, rinso, right, birdies sing it all day long. Your fine feathered friend has a message to send, so listen, you can't go wrong. Rinso, right, happy little wash day song.
So get Rinso tomorrow. And now, back to Chester Morris as Boston Blackie. Boston Blackie, Polly Morrison, and Inspector Faraday have been put in straitjackets by two thugs after Blackie has been accused of the murder of the caretaker of the Devon estate. One of the gunmen is on guard, while the other is searching the Devon house.
What are you twisting around for, Blackie? Straitjackets were made to hold people.
Yes, handy little things, aren't they?
Yeah. I hear you can get out of ropes and handcuffs and things.
Oh.
Yeah, well, why don't you try to get out of that canvas coat you're wearing? You're due to get a bath, you know. All three of you. That's the boss's orders.
Well, that's charming. By the way, Danny, who is the boss? What's his name?
Didn't he give you his card?
No.
Well, I guess he must have forgot, huh? Gee, you look funny down there lying on the floor. You know, if I felt like it, I could step all over you. How'd you like to have your face stepped on, Blackie? Like this. Hey, let go of my feet.
You won't step on anybody, Stooge. This will make sure you stay on the floor till I leave.
Well, how in the world did you get out of that straitjacket, Blackie?
Never mind that. Get us out of ours.
How did you get out, Blackie?
Well, it's simple. I had my pocket knife in my hand, and while they were putting this jacket on me, I just sliced right through the canvas.
Hey, hurry up, Blackie. That other guy will be back in a minute.
I'll let you out, Inspector, if you'll give me a 10-minute start after I do.
What for?
Well, I think I can find the man responsible for the two murders, but I've got to have time to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, I want 10 minutes, Faraday. Come on, what about it?
10 minutes? Okay, you've got it.
Thanks. Polly.
Yes, Blackie.
Tell me, what was the agent's name again? You know, the one who sold you the house and later wanted to buy your gun collection for a client.
Arthur Moran. Why?
Arthur Moran, huh? Okay. He's due for a phone call.
Hello?
Mr. Moran?
Yes?
This is John J. Jones. I'm working with the police department, and I'd like some information.
Yes?
Who instructed you to try to buy the Devon estate back, and who wanted to get the gun collection?
A client of mine in South America,
I see. Well, what's his name?
Parker Adams. Why, what's this all about?
Oh, just checking, Mr. Moran. Who is Adams?
Well, he was involved in the scrape here 5 years ago and went to South America to live.
Well, why did he want to buy the Devon estate and the gun collection?
Well, I haven't the slightest idea. All I know is that he sent a check every week to Mr. Devon from Brazil. I believe he owned a coffee plantation or something.
Well, thank you, Mr. Moran. That's all I wanted to know. Did you get all that dope I wanted, Shorty?
Yeah, sure, boss. It was a cinch. Look, I go into the files at the Daily Globe, and I pulled out this stuff about this Parker Adams. No trouble at all. And say, no wonder this guy Adams had to go to South America. Just put your peepers on this clipping, will you?
Yeah? Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean. Come on, Shorty. We're going up to the Devon estate.
Polly.
What? Who is it?
It's me, Polly. Blackie. I'm over here in the bushes. Is the coast clear?
Well, there are 2 policemen in the house and 1 outside.
Okay.
Polly, I think I found out something. I know who the murderer is, and I know why he's ransacking your house.
But, Blackie, how did you find that out?
Well, I checked the newspaper files on a man named Parker Adams, who asked Moran to buy this house from you and then wanted to buy your gun collection. He's in South America now, but he was a suspect in a murder case 5 years ago.
But what has that to do with what's happened at my house?
Well, you see, this Adams wasn't convicted because the police couldn't prove him guilty. They couldn't find the gun.
And you think the gun is in my house?
Yes. And the Devon was blackmailing Adams with it. Polly, I've got to get by those 2 policemen and get into the house and find that gun.
But, Blackie, how?
Oh, let's see. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll climb that tree by your window and then drop to the first-floor roof.
Yes, I know, but the policeman outside...
Yeah, I know. I'll throw a rock in the pool. That'll keep him busy while I get in the house. Where is the gun collection, Polly?
In the library.
Fine. I'll meet you there.
Blackie, be careful.
Oh, sure. Well, here goes. Oh.
Is that you, Blackie?
Yes, Polly.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Where's the library?
Over here. The gun collection's in this room. Come in, Blackie.
Good. Now, we've got to work fast. Now, where are they?
In a box in this desk. I'll show them to you. There's a drawer here, but you'd never find it unless you knew it was there. Here they are. Take a look at them.
Ooh. Say, this is a fine collection, Polly. All old-timers, too. You know, I was pretty sure that one of them was the gun that Parker Adams killed a man with 5 years ago. But I can see now that I was wrong.
But you said you knew who the murderer was.
Oh, sure I do. And I know why he did it, but I can't prove it. I'm just a dummy. Dummy. Hey, wait a minute. That gives me an idea. Look at this. This isn't a real gun at all.
What?
No, it's a dummy. It's hollow. Oh, and look what's inside. A Colt 25 pistol. Why, this must be the one Parker Adams used. And we can easily prove that by the serial number on it. Polly, I think this is our ace in the hole.
You don't mind if I trump that ace, do you, Blackie? I'll take that gun.
Jerry!
I'm not surprised, Polly. I had a pretty good idea it was this fellow who was in back of these murders.
Oh, you did, eh? Smart guy, huh? How did you know?
Well, when one of your thugs went to call the boss before he put us in straitjackets, he just casually picked up the telephone and didn't bother to dial. There's a direct connection between the house and the caretaker's cottage, and that's where you were, Jerry. You were the boss. You only took this job so you could search for this gun.
Nice figuring, pal.
Well, as long as compliments are being handed out, that was pretty clever of you to get yourself tied up here this morning. But not clever enough. Why, any good Boy Scout could tell you tied yourself up, Mr. Parker Adams.
Adams?
Yes. He went down to South America and planted somebody to take his phone calls and pretend to be him. It was simple, but effective.
Listen, I've spent a lot of time and money trying to get that gun back, Blackie.
Yes, and killed 2 people trying.
And now it's going to be 4. And, Miss Morrison, don't keep looking over my shoulder for your cops. My boys are taking care of them. Okay, Blackie, give me the gun.
Now, just a minute. Let me get this straight. The caretaker recognized you when you were ransacking the house, and you had to kill it, right?
Well?
And you had to get rid of the blood-stained camel's hair coat you were wearing. And then after you had the hat-check girl switch coats and sew in my own label, you had to kill her to keep her mouth shut.
Oh, she didn't pick your coat on purpose. It could have been any camel's hair coat.
Oh, well, I know the rest. Devon was blackmailing you because he had this gun. When you found out he died, you tried to buy this house, but Miss Morrison got it first. So you came to the States and began operations to get the only evidence that could convict you of murder.
Oh, you've said enough. You're stalling. Hey, Eddie. Eddie!
Yeah, boss. Oh, you got these two, huh?
Get the gun Blackie's got in his hand, Eddie. It's not loaded.
Okay, boss. Come on, Blackie, give.
Sure. Here.
Oh.
Holly, she's fainting, boss. Catch her.
Hey, stand up. Stop leaning on me. Will you? Get off of me, will you?
I'll get her, boss.
Go to sleep, Eddie.
Hey, let go of my hand, will
I'm
you?
holding Jerry's gun hand, Blackie.
You
Hurry.
can let go now.
Oh.
Oh, thanks, Polly. You know, that was mighty nice fainting.
Thank you, Blackie, but I think I feel a real one coming on.
Oh, you're wonderful. Do you want to be more wonderful?
How?
Call Faraday and tell him what you've heard. That will be enough to clear me.
Of course I will.
Oh.
What's
Oh.
the matter, Blackie?
Hold me. Hold me. I think I'm going to faint.
Faint? A big, strong man like you?
Well, it seems to be the only way I can get your arms around me.
Boston Blackie will be back in just a moment with an interesting preview of next week's program. Now, you've heard about the language of music, ladies. Do you know what this means? That's right, Rinso White. And it means the cleanest, freshest, whitest wash you could ask to see. But you can't get clothes that clean with lazy, old-fashioned soaps. You need a hard-working, lively soap like Rinso. Because Rinso actually gets out more dirt. Why, Rinso just soaks clothes clean, often in as little as 10 minutes. And then a few quick finger rubs on extra dirty places, and there's your Rinso White, Rinso Bright wash. Yes, for a wash that you'll be really proud to hang up on your line, get Soapy Rich Rinso. And now, a brief glimpse of next week's adventure.
Hello?
Hello. Say, I'm supposed to meet a young lady in your lobby there, and I've been delayed. Would you mind having a page, please?
Why, sure. What's the young lady's name?
Her name is Alice Manletter.
Miss Manletter?
That's right.
Why, she left here just a minute ago. She met someone she was expecting and left with him.
Well, that's impossible. Miss Manletter didn't know a soul in New York.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that, but she told me she had an appointment with a Mr. Boston Blackie. And that's the man she left here with.
Well, but that can't be possible.
And why not?
Because I'm Boston Blackie.
We'd like to take a moment here to congratulate the women of the United States Navy, the Waves, who are presently celebrating 2 years of service to their country. In 2 years, approximately 70,000 of America's finest young women have volunteered for the most important jobs of their lives, serving in the Navy. Waves work hard at important war tasks, but they keep their individuality, have plenty of fun and enjoyment with good companions, and have great pride and satisfaction for a job well done. If you'd like to help get this war over and bring your loved one home sooner, here's your chance. Join the Waves. Be sure to listen at this same time next week for another exciting adventure with Boston Blackie. You can see Chester Morris as Boston Blackie on the screen at your favorite movie theater. Boston Blackie's latest Columbia picture is One Mysterious Night, soon to be released. Richard Lane appears as Inspector Faraday, music by Charles Cornell. This is Harlow Wilcox saying goodnight for Boston Blackie, brought to you by the makers of Rinso, the soap that gets clothes.
Summertime means warm weather, and that means more perspiration. Use Lifebuoy in your daily bath or shower to protect yourself. You'll love its rich, purifying lather. Remember, too, that of 7 leading brands, Lifebuoy gives you the most soap for your money. And besides, it's the only soap especially made to stop B.O.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Lever Brothers, makers of Rinso, R-I-N-S-O, Soapy Rich Rinso, present Boston Blackie, starring Chester Morris.
Front boy. Did you sign the register, please, sir? Right here. Yes, Miss Manletter. Is there some trouble with your room?
Oh, no, it's fine, thank you. I was just wondering, do you know a Mr. Boston Blackie when you see him?
No, I don't know him. I'm sorry, Miss Manletter.
Well, thanks, just the same. I'm supposed to meet him here in the lobby, but I have no idea what he looks like. My uncle arranged the appointment before I left San Francisco.
Oh, there's a man standing over by the newsstand who looks as if he were waiting for someone.
Oh? Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sure that must be Mr. Blackie. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello there. I hope you'll forgive me. Wasn't I supposed to meet you here? You're you, aren't you?
Yes.
At least Uncle should have had you wear a white carnation.
According to Uncle, white carnations don't stay white long in Pittsburgh.
Uncle told me that you were very witty. But they do in San Francisco, you know.
Well, shall we go?
Where to? Oh, no, don't tell me. I'd rather be surprised.
All right, let's go.
Oh, clerk, I found the man I was looking for. Thank you for your trouble.
No trouble at all. Hello? Room clerk speaking.
Hello. Would you do me a favor, please? I'm supposed to meet a young lady in your lobby, and I've been delayed. Would you have a page, please? Her name is Alice Manletter.
Miss Manletter?
Yes.
Why, she just left here a minute ago. She met someone she was expecting, and she left with him.
Well, that's impossible. Miss Manletter doesn't know anyone in New York.
Well, she told me she had an appointment with a Mr. Boston Blackie, and that's the man she left here with.
But that can't be possible.
And why not?
Because I'm Boston Blackie.
In a few moments, we will meet Boston Blackie. But right now, a thought about the weather. I'll bet it sometimes doesn't seem fair to you ladies. Here it is summer, blistering hot days when you ought to be taking it easy. And what happens? You've got a bigger wash than ever to worry about. More towels, more of the kids' play clothes, more of your own wash dresses, more shirts of Dad's, more everything. Well, you couldn't pick a more ideal time than now to switch to Soapy Rich Rinso. With Rinso, even the biggest, grimiest wash goes like a breeze. As little as 5 minutes per load with Rinso in your washer, and your clothes are sparkling Rinso white, clean as a whistle. And Rinso is safe for washable colors, too. Leaves them Rinso bright after dozens of washings. You'll be mighty proud of your Rinso wash, and proud, too, that you bought the big green and yellow package that made it so easy to do. Better get Rinso before next wash day. And now, meet Boston Blackie, radio's newest adventure star. Meet Boston Blackie, enemy to those who make him an enemy, friend to those who have no friend.
Listen, clerk, try to think. What did the man look like? I mean, the one Miss Manletter left with.
I don't know, Mr. Blackie. You're rather good-looking, about your height and build.
But Miss Manletter didn't know anybody in New York. Her uncle told me that when he asked me to meet her.
Well, I'm sorry I can't help you.
Well, thanks just the same. Oh, here's my card.
Mm-hmm.
If Miss Manletter returns, have her call this number, will you?
Yes, I will.
Taxi, sir?
No, thanks. Look, Dorman, did you happen to notice a man and a girl leaving here about 10 minutes ago? A pretty girl and a man about my height?
Yes, sir. Come to think of it, I did call a taxi for a couple of that answers that description.
Well, do you remember which cab it was?
Yes, it was the one Mike O'Hara drives. That's O'Hara just pulling up to the end of the line now.
Well, thanks a lot. Here, buy your wife some flowers.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
O'Hara?
Yes, sir?
You just drove a man and a young lady somewhere. I want to go where they went.
Oh, you want to follow someone?
You're a bright lad, O'Hara.
I don't want to get into any trouble. Maybe you better get another cab.
Oh, you won't get into any trouble. You see, I'm Inspector Faraday of the Homicide Department.
Oh, Inspector Faraday.
That's right. Okay, step on it.
Oh, sure, Inspector. I'll go as fast as I can. This is it. This is the place I left them off. Right in front of this store.
Oh, thanks. Here, buy yourself a couple of cigars.
Oh, thank you, sir. Gee, I'll buy you a box.
No.
Well, how do you do? I'm looking for a young couple who came here a few minutes ago.
You're looking for a couple. I'm looking for a couple. I'll take a single yet.
Nobody comes here. Only Pop and me. Even Pop ain't here now. They have nobody else. See for yourself.
Well, thanks. May I use your telephone, please?
Certainly. That'll be 10 cents. You wouldn't be interested in buying anything, would you, mister?
No, thanks.
No. Well, nobody ever buys anything.
Hello, Ashley Hotel? I'd like to speak to the room clerk, please. Say, Mom, have you got any chewing gum?
Chewing gum he asked for. Is he kidding?
Room clerk speaking.
This is Boston Blackie. Have you had any word from Miss Alice Manletter?
Oh, Mr. Blackie, Miss Manletter's been trying to reach you. She wants you to come down here to see her right away. She's in room 305.
Well, thank you very much. I'll be right over.
Three, please. Third floor.
Oh, thank you. 301, 303. Oh, here we are, 305.
Come in.
Hello.
Hello. So you're Boston Blackie.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad to see you, Miss Manletter. You know, your uncle asked me to look out for you, and then you disappear. Well, you didn't even give me a chance.
Oh, you mean this morning?
Yes.
No, I just met a friend, that's all. He followed me from San Francisco.
Well, I don't blame him. I'd have followed you, too. How was your trip?
Oh, wonderful. This is my first time in New York. You know, I practically lived in a dream all the way here.
Yes. Well, how do you like what you've seen of it?
Wonderful.
You know, I'd like to show you the real town.
Oh, well, I'd like to, only I've sort of an engagement tonight.
Oh, the same fellow?
Uh-huh.
You haven't wasted much time before I came here, have you?
Only the 18 years before I came here. Isn't that enough?
Well, that's enough for me to be running along, Alice. Oh, here's my phone number, and if you want anything, you just call. How about lunch tomorrow, huh?
Oh, I'd love it. Thanks, Mr. Blackie, for everything.
Oh, everything is nothing. Good night, Alice.
$25, boss. Nice shooting.
Oh, Shorty, she's a beautiful girl.
Look, why don't you forget names for a minute?
Give me a good reason.
15. Just like I'm telling you, boss, your hand ain't steady. You need some more practice.
Well, this Maxim silencer doesn't fit this gun too well.
Oh, how come the new gun, Blackie? Where's your old one?
Well, you see, Shorty,
You what?
Well, I hate to admit it, but I guess I was robbed.
Boston Blackie robbed?
Yeah.
Hey, boss, you ain't in any trouble.
I don't know.
Gee, bullseye, boss.
Yeah, I guess this new gun will do until I get my old one back. There's nothing like a workout with a target to keep your aim in shape, Shorty.
You know, I got a funny idea about that, boss.
Yeah?
I don't care if my aim ain't so good as long as the other guys ain't either.
I'll get it, Shorty.
All right.
Hello?
Blackie?
Well, Inspector Faraday, my favorite cop.
Mm-hmm. How'd you guess?
Oh, how could I miss those low, dulcet tones, Inspector?
I want you down here in 10 minutes, Blackie, or I'll send for you.
Well, that's fine, but where's down here?
The Ashley Hotel, room 305.
You won't have to send for me, Inspector. I'll be right down.
Mm-hmm.
Say, boss, Faraday hasn't got you jumping through a rope, has he?
Room 305, Ashley Hotel. Shorty, that's Alice Manletter's room.
Third floor, please. Watch your step getting out.
Thank you.
Come in.
Hi, Inspector. Holy Mac...
Yeah, Blackie, she's dead.
Dead?
As if you didn't know.
Oh, wait a minute. How did you know about this, Faraday?
O'Hara, the taxi driver, got suspicious, so reported to headquarters.
Oh.
From his description, I knew it was you, and then I got suspicious. So you're going around impersonating me now, eh, Blackie?
Well, you should be flattered.
Why did you kill her?
Wait a minute, Faraday.
Okay, boys, cover him.
Now, don't be a dope. I promised to look after this girl. She was all right when I left her a little while ago.
Yeah, maybe. After we discovered the body, the boys and I waited for you to make an appearance. We knew you'd be back.
Now, Faraday, listen. This girl was Arthur Manletter's niece.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take care of whoever was responsible for her murder.
No, I'll do that, Blackie. You killed her. Now, that's your gun in her hand.
My gun? But I don't see how that...
We checked the serial numbers, Blackie.
I don't care what you checked.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take me in for this. I didn't kill her, I tell you.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe the serial number on this gun is wrong. You know what a paraffin test is, Blackie?
Oh, sure, I know.
All right. Well, we'll go down to headquarters and cover your hand with paraffin.
Fine.
Then we'll be able to tell whether you fired a gun in the last couple of hours or
Now,
not.
Inspector, will you listen?
Yeah.
This girl came to New York this morning.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't supposed to know anybody in town.
Mm-hmm.
And then she told me she'd met a friend.
Well, what are you trying to prove?
I'm trying to prove that somebody killed Alice Manletter, and I've got to be free to find out who did it.
Well, you won't be. I'll see to that personally. And now, wait a minute now. What are you doing in that girl's handbag?
Don't get scared, Inspector, please.
Well, what are you doing?
You've got 4 cops with guns on me.
Yeah?
This isn't a trick. I might find something here that will help me track down the murderer.
Well, we've searched this whole place, Tom Blackie. There's nothing here. Hold on. Wait a minute. What are you taking out of that bag?
Well, I don't know yet. It's just a piece of paper.
Well, I'll take it. What's this? Boston 5, Zealand, Louisiana 3, Saskatchewan, Tennessee 2, Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada. Go ahead.
What are you doing?
I'm just writing down what you've said.
Well, this doesn't make sense. Missouri 1, 3, Denver 4, France.
Well, you see, Faraday, that's a code.
Well, you're going to have plenty of time to work it out, Blackie. Come on, let's get going. I'm going to give your hand a paraffin test to find out whether you fired a gun recently. And if you have, take it from me, pal, you'll have to do some talking to keep your head above water.
Well, I'm afraid, Inspector, the only way I can keep my head above water is to duck you.
Boston Blackie apparently is in a spot. And speaking of spots, so was a friend of mine the other day. You see, a lady I know of looked out of her window one morning, and it was such a lovely day she felt like singing.
Dum da 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 da, dee 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 dee.
And all of a sudden, she remembered it was wash day.
Oh, shucks.
So she got ready to do her wash and found she was out of soap. Well, time was wasting, so she borrowed some from her next-door neighbor. A soap she'd heard a lot about but never tried before. Yes, you guessed it. It was Soapy Rich Rinso. And when she saw what mountains of suds Rinso made...
Well, what do you know?
And how quickly those Rinso suds soaked her clothes dazzling white, and how she only had to give the very dirty places a few quick finger rubs because Rinso gets out more dirt, she started singing all over again like this.
Rinso white, happy little wash day song. Rinso white, birdie sing it all day long. Your fine feathered friend has a message to send, so listen, you can't go wrong. Rinso white, happy little wash day song.
Sing your way through your next wash day with Rinso. Boston Blackie is in Inspector Faraday's office awaiting the police laboratory report that will show whether he has fired a gun within the past few hours so that Faraday can build a complete case against him for the murder of the girl in the Ashley Hotel.
How does it feel, Blackie? Be sitting there just waiting for a report that could send you to the chair? You nervous?
Boston 5, Zealand. That's the first word. Now, you take the first letters of each word and you get buzz.
Great. How do you do it, Blackie? You get bzz.
That's right.
Yeah, now we know everything. Who killed the girl, what her mother's maiden name was, and what town she was born in.
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. After the first letter, there's the number 5. See, that could be the 5th vowel. You know, A-E-I-O-U.
That's right.
Or do you?
Yes.
Then the word would spell B-U-Z-Z.
Marvelous.
Buzz.
Buzz.
Inspector, this is a clue to the murder.
Oh.
Now, using that system of spelling out the first letters of each word, the note reads buzz, listen, made, off.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I wish I knew.
Yeah, Faraday. Right. Thanks. Well, that was it, Blackie. The test showed you fired a gun, all right. And the gun we found next to the girl's body was yours.
Now, Inspector, I lost my gun, and it's true I fired another. But I was just practicing.
Sure, on a live target.
Oh.
You don't expect me to believe that, do you, Blackie?
Well, frankly, no.
You killed her, and then you put your gun, in her hand. After wiping off your fingerprints, of course. Oh, that's an old trick, Blackie, an old one. I'm surprised at you. Hey, Matthews?
Inspector?
Take Blackie down to the cell floor and lock him up. We'll book him later.
Right, Chief. Come on, Blackie.
Okay. Well, you look very nice today, Matthews. New uniform? Who's your tailor?
You won't be able to go to him for a long time.
You know, good old Matthews. Snappy clothes and pattern to match. Say, Inspector, may I wash my hands? Well, they're covered with ink from that fingerprint pad. Is it okay?
Oh, sure. But keep an eye on him, Matthews. I'll beat it, both of you. I'm thinking.
Thinking, huh? I'd love to watch. Oh. Come on, Matthews. Lock me up. So long, Inspector. Faraday said I could wash my hands, Matthews. Remember?
Go ahead, but no tricks. Here's the washroom. But remember, I'll be right back here with my gun in my hand.
Oh, goody.
I let you in on a little secret, Blackie.
What's that?
The inspector brought in a half a dozen extra cops from another precinct, just to make sure you didn't break out of here.
No. Only half a dozen? Well, I'm flattered. By the way, Matthews, did you take a shower this morning?
No, last night.
Well, you need another one. Now.
Hey, quit splashing water all over me. I can't see. Hey, give me my gun.
Not a chance. I'm going to gag you, Matthews, and lock you in here. Come on, turn around. There. Now try and yell. And I want to borrow your uniform. If there are strange cops here, they'll think I'm one of them. You see, I'm leaving in your uniform. Come on, Matthews. Come on, take it off.
Blackie, if Faraday ever finds this waterfront hideout of ours, you know we're sunk.
Oh, Faraday couldn't find a skunk in a perfume shop. Would you stop worrying?
Okay. What do we do next, boss?
Well, nothing until I get that long-distance call through to Arthur Manletter. The operator's trying to reach him in San Francisco now.
So after we reach him, so what?
Well, I won't know, Shorty, till I talk to him. You see, the only thing I've been able to do since I walked out of headquarters an hour ago was to break the code we found in that girl's bag. It read buzz, listen, made, off.
Yeah. You told me that before.
Yes, I know, but those words don't make sense. However, suppose we try an association.
You mean we're going to join a club?
Oh, cut it out, Shorty, please. Now, for instance, what does the word buzz make you think of?
A bee.
That's right. Now, let's say the first word is bee.
Yeah.
Now, the second word in the code message is listen.
Uh-huh.
What does that make you think of?
Listen, I don't know. Hey, wait a minute, boss.
Yeah?
Don't tell me now. I'll get it.
Listen. The word is here.
Oh.
So the message starts, be here.
Mm-hmm.
Then the last two words are made and off. Oh, by the way, Shorty, what's the maid's day off?
Thursday, if anybody still has got one.
Yeah, Thursday's right. So the message reads, be here Thursday.
Oh, that's it. Yesterday was Thursday, the day the gal came to town.
Sure.
Oh,
that's the code, all right. Only what good... There's my call now.
All right.
Hello?
Blackie, this is Manletter in San Francisco.
Oh, hello, Arthur.
Blackie, what's happened? I just heard the radio. It said that Alice has been murdered. The police were searching for you. It's not true, is it, Blackie?
Yes, I'm afraid it's true, Arthur. But you know I didn't do it.
Well, of course you didn't.
I don't know how it happened, but I'm going to find out.
Blackie, look, I feel terrible.
Oh,
this is her 20th birthday. The trip was a present from me.
20th birthday? Wait a minute, Arthur. Is she a brunette?
No. She had the most beautiful blonde hair you ever saw.
Oh, that's wonderful. Arthur, your niece wasn't murdered.
What?
It wasn't Alice. Now, take my word for it.
But the radio said...
Never mind the radio. Your niece wasn't murdered, and I'm going to find her, Arthur. You'll hear from me.
Thanks, Blackie. Thanks. Call me as soon as you know anything, will you?
I will. Goodbye.
Now, why did you tell him that for, Blackie?
Because it's true, Shorty. You see, I never saw the real Alice Manletter. I took it for granted she was the girl in the hotel room.
Oh.
But that girl said she was 18, and Manletter's niece is 20. And the color of her hair settles it.
Okay, but what happens now?
Well, the real Alice Manletter left the hotel this morning with a man.
Uh-huh.
The cab driver gave me the address, but she wasn't there, of course. They evidently got off there, but must have walked down the street to another house.
Well, what do we do first?
Now, let's see. First, we've got to get a couple of messenger uniforms.
Yeah.
Then you'll take one side of the street, and I'll take the other, and we'll ring every doorbell and say we have a wire for Alice Manletter.
Well, what good will that do?
Whoever is holding Alice will know it's a trick and will try to grab us. That's what I'll be waiting for. Telegram for Alice Manletter.
Ain't nobody here with that name.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. There ain't nobody in this block with that name either. I don't know. I've lived here for 40 years.
Gee, this reminds me of Allen's Alley. Should I try the next block?
We'll try it together, but I got 2 more houses to go. Wait for me.
Okay.
I've got to find that girl, Shorty.
Okay, boss. If it's a girl, you'll find her.
What you want?
Telegram for Alice Manletter.
Did you come in?
Well, is Miss Manletter here? She's got a sign for this personally.
Yeah.
Ah, nice place you have here. I noticed a sign outside saying this was a doctor's home.
In here, please.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Hey, what's this?
See if he is armed, Otto.
Yeah, I'll see. Keep your gun on him, Joe.
Sure.
Hey, here's his gun here, Doctor. Here, in this card case.
Boston Blackie. We were hoping you would come. It took you a little longer than we thought.
Oh, you knew I'd be here, huh?
Girl said she was supposed to meet you in the hotel lobby.
Uh-huh.
And Otto here made a mistake and thought she was one of us.
I see. So that's what happened.
Otto was supposed to meet one girl, he met another. He thought she was someone else, and she thought he was someone else. Simple blunder.
Oh, you mean the super race has made a simple blunder?
But everything has been taken care of. This girl knows no one else in the city, and very soon she will know nothing at all.
Oh, I see. And that goes for me, too, I suppose.
Jawohl.
Ouch, but you take it easy with my hands back there, boy.
I am tight, Otto. You see, too?
Easy.
Good. We have only a few moments.
Yeah, that's right. You just listen to the newscast. You better work fast, boys. You have only a few moments. Warsaw, Paris, Berlin.
American pig. Take him in the other room. Better carry him.
Yeah. Help me, Joe.
Yeah. I open the door for you. Just throw him in. The lens on his neck. It's too bad.
Ready, Joe?
Throw him. Yeah.
Who is that?
Well, I think it's me, Boston Blackie.
Oh.
You're Alice Manletter, of course.
Boston Blackie, I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks.
So much has happened to me.
Yes, I think I know most of it.
You think we'll get out of here?
Well, we're certainly going to try. Let's do something about these ropes. You're tied up, too, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, they weren't nice enough to leave some lights on so I could see what I was doing. Well, there's the first one off. Now for my legs. See, I just thought of something. That girl accomplice must have lifted my gun when I was up there, figuring that if I found out she was a spy, she could take care of me. Oh, well, the legs are free. Now I'll untie you.
Thank you. What's that?
They're going to send a message. We'll be able to hear what they say. The microphone's right up against the wall. Now, your hands are free. Work on your ankles, and I'll listen.
All right.
There's Ketchivan. Hanover 4-2. There's Ketchivan.
S-H-O-E-S. Shoes.
1, Nevada, Denver.
A-N-D. And. Shoes and...
There's Ketchivan. 2, 1, Louisiana. 3, Nevada, Georgia, Wisconsin, 1. Them tipping.
Sealing wax. Shoes and sealing wax.
1, 5, Tennessee. 5, Missouri, Nevada.
A-U-T-U-M-N. Autumn. Shoes and sealing wax, autumn. That's the message so far.
Geneva 1, Louisiana 1, Hanover 1, Denver, Louisiana 1, Nevada, Chicago 2, Louisiana 4, Tennessee.
That spells Galahad and Lancelot.
They've stopped sending.
Yeah.
What did they say, do you know?
Now, keep working on those ropes, Alice.
Yes.
Now, here's the message. Shoes and sealing wax. That's from Alice in Wonderland. The word missing is ships. Well, that could be the first word in the message.
That's the way it works?
Sure. Now, let's see. The next thing was autumn. Autumn. What's that make you think of, Alice?
I don't know. Autumn leaves, perhaps?
That's it. Then they said Galahad and Lancelot. They were 2 knights of the Round Table.
2 nights.
That's it. Ships leave tonight. That's the message. We've got to get out and stop that convoy from sailing. It'll be a U-boat pack waiting for it shore.
I've worked the knot loose, I think.
Good. Now give me your ropes. I'm going to need them.
What are you going to do?
Well, they'll be in for us in a minute. Is there a chair in the room?
There's one next to me. I'm leaning against
Good.
it.
I'll put it alongside the door and stand on it. When the Nazis come in, you'll be in back of the door and slam it shut behind them.
But they'll see us.
Oh, no, not a chance. The room is too dark. I'll drop a noose over them, but quick.
Shh. I think I hear something.
Okay. Now, I'll carry this chair over, and you stand behind the door.
All ready, Blackie?
Yeah, me too.
We'll do it, Doctor, just like you said. Come in with me, Joe.
Now, Alice.
Your gun. Get out your gun, Otto.
I can't get it out. My arms are pinned down.
Here's a present, Nazi. Oh. Now, don't be jealous, pal. Here's one for you, too. Oh, you can take it, huh, kid? Okay. Well, I guess that does it, Alice.
What is going on in there? Otto,
Oh, watch this, Alice.
Come in here, Doctor, quick.
What is look?
This is...
Alice, get on that telephone in the other room, quick. Tell the FBI what you know. Then call Inspector Faraday while I keep an eye on these Nazis. Now, when you get him,
Hold it, Blackie, hold it. Don't move. I've got you cold this time.
Well, hot or cold, you'll hate yourself in the morning, Faraday, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
How did you manage it?
I managed it, boss.
What?
I got worried, and I couldn't bust in here alone, so I called your old friend Faraday.
Oh.
Yeah, and I landed up here with both feet in 10 minutes flat.
When you do anything with your feet, Faraday, flat is the right word. Oh, thanks, Alice, for clearing me with Faraday.
Oh, Blackie, you're wonderful.
Oh.
You saved my life and broke up a spy ring, and it doesn't bother you a bit. Don't you feel good about it?
Oh, I should say I do. So good, I'm going to celebrate.
Alone?
Oh, no. You're coming with me, Alice. But first, we're going to call your Uncle Arthur.
What are you going to say?
Well, I'm going to tell him I've spent a lot of time looking for you. But from now on, I'm looking after you.
We'll be back in just a moment with an interesting preview of next week's program. Now, you know those rich Rinso suds I've been telling you are such a help on wash day? Well, they're just as big a help come dishwashing time. Yes, ma'am. Milder than ever Rinso is easy on your hands, too. Doesn't get them rough and red. So, for dishwashing and for all the soap and water jobs around the house, better get Rinso to help you out.
Now, Matthews, you say this is a complete record of the people who came into Gordon's store yesterday?
That's right, Inspector.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Van Dyke Smythe, George Ellis, Lady Mary Andrews. Hey, quite an exclusive list of customers for a small shop.
Yeah, ain't it?
Let's see now. This name here. Was he a customer?
Yeah, Inspector. Gordon says he was in about noon, but that could have been a coincidence.
Matthews, when a string of pearls is missing from a certain store and a certain party was in that certain store and the certain party's name was Boston Blackie, that's no coincidence.
Friends, of course you know the tremendous part our merchant marine is playing in the war. But did you know that the merchant marine is being expanded to meet increasing supply problems on every front, to meet the universal demand for a strong post-war merchant marine? Yes, 6 ships a day instead of 5 will soon be coming off the ways of our shipyards, and every one of them must be manned by 40 to 50 men. So, if you have had previous sea experience, or if you want to get into a well-paying job where everything you do will help to win the war and to build your own personal future, then join the United States Merchant Marine. Apply at once by wiring collect to United States Merchant Marine, Washington, D.C.
Warm weather's here, and that means greater danger from perspiration. Protect yourself. Use Lifebuoy in your daily bath. You know, of 7 leading brands, Lifebuoy gives you the most soap for your money. And its rich, purifying Lifebuoy lather agrees with your skin. And don't forget, Lifebuoy's the only soap especially made to stop B.O.
Be sure to listen at this same time next week for another exciting adventure with Boston Blackie. You can see Chester Morris as Boston Blackie on the screen at your favorite movie theater. Boston Blackie's latest Columbia picture is One Mysterious Night, soon to be released. Richard Lane appears as Inspector Faraday, music by Charles Cornell. This is Harlow Wilcox saying good night for Boston Blackie, brought to you by the makers of Rinso, the soap that gets clothes.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.